Welcome back there now to another one. We're back at the silage here now again. Not overly hectic day now or anything, but sure, look at, we may take it as it comes now at this stage. Showery enough there, like it's over. It's just about a week there since we cut the last of the silage there that I seen there. We're not getting great weather to get a run at today there now. They're giving it fine, but Jesus, the showers blowing there the whole time. Not much falling, but there's enough. They're constant. We'll mow this one and chance this one and see can we get this one out. But it's grew out a fair bit now. That not ideal for look, it's not bad. It's grew out. I'd rather cut it sooner, but sure, look at the way the weather has gone. We lost a week there even as it is, and sure, it's nearly 3 weeks. 3 weeks that we should have been cutting this. But we could get it dry anyway. We should make fairly good stuff anyway. Like, there's a good bit of stem in it there, but there's a right lot of green down in it as well there now when you look at it there, so it should make reasonable enough stuff. But getting into an unruly year now. You can't get into silage like it's gone. It's getting harder to make. Contractors now and that are going to get a lot of hassle this year. Between lads, stuff is all coming together between the weather delaying them, and it's all backlogged now. Everyone will want to be cutting the one day, and that's the way it's gone. You need to be a bit of understanding, like in that game now. Anyone that's waiting on contractors and that, like, they can't just magically appear now or anything. Like it's gone into a serious time on them there. Anyone that's cutting a big amount of stuff anyway. I'll just show you this grass here now. That's what we're mowing there now at the minute. Like, as you can see there, is fairly well grew out. Nice bit of docks in it there now too, starting to come in. I know this field used to be too bad, but it's getting into it now again. But that's what I was saying, like, it's started to seed out there. A good percentage of it now is seeded out, so it won't be the highest grade and stuff, but you're looking, it'll feed them. It could be all wanting this year. This headland now is a bit damp, so I'm going to put another couple of cuts on it to widen it out, not to be turning in the real wet part of it. Just spin around, and as you see there, like, I'm cutting in and out now. I'm not cutting in shots. It's easier than trying to divide up the land or divide up the field. Sorry. Just cut in and out from a straight ditch or what have you. There's no gear hogs or sharp ground on you. This now. On level down here. Be heaviest part of the field now, and be sticky enough. Nice bit of greenery in it there. It's not gone browned out or anything, but I wouldn't take long now. You wouldn't want to be leaving it any longer now. Yeah, I finished this one here now. Conditions now are sticky enough. This headland here will be dodgy enough there now. Soft in itself. But look at, we have a cut here now anyway, so we're going to cut some more, but as a look at them clouds now, it's not great looking. Up over the mountain there now is very very black looking. We're getting showers on and off there, so look at, we'll chance it with this much anyway and see how we get on. As I was saying there, it's reasonably green enough, bit of leaf in it there, but you see there that there's a good bit of stem in it now as well, and of course you're going to get the brown down in the bottom of it from now on with all that wet. It's it just has to be cut now, and that's it, or it'll be going back too much. You start getting a rotten in the butt. But there you see the soft there in it now. That's sort of where the mower is skidded along there. Just after shaking that out there now, seem to do a better job in this field, but it probably is that little bit lighter, bit drier as well now. And we mowed it there last night. It came raining and we just left it there now. It's after dinner there now, we're doing it there. And I did change the angle on the tines here. You can change them. So there I brought him forward a bit. What seems to have, or this way, that one is going forward. Now, you'd want to be in the same field to know. But this now is fairly dry. So we'll rake it up there now this evening and bale it in the morning. Get it gathered up there before tomorrow evening. As you see, there's reasonably dry enough there now. That bit grew out as well, so it'll be easier to dry it. But yeah, should be should be nice enough there now this evening, and we'll get it raked up, get set up there and bale it now. Start in the morning and we get finished off. Okay. Just having to change out a few tines on the baler here now. A couple broke the last day. Well, a half one broke and went around inside here and broke off a couple, so just change them out here now again before we go again. I'm just putting back on the tie-ins here now. washer on the back, and this nut started on now. Now the chain took off the end of the pickup there, the way I can spin it. Spin it around handy enough. There's one with one leg gone off. Let's whip it out here now when it's open. Generally don't get much bother with tines. Silage, I suppose, is the heaviest on it, especially wet silage anyway. I'm sure we've had that now. Stick it back in. That's that one back on. So that row's okay now anyway. Get the bands back on them. There's another couple gone over here, so I'm gonna have them off now as well. I'll get them all on it now when we're at it, as they won't be done if they're not done now. Now we're just going to try put his band back on. It's a bit of a fiddle on your own behind you. Well, yeah, man, aye. Just get down on all the bolts. Back in. Now. Right in under. That one went handy enough. Sometimes they can break your heart when they're a little bit tighter. They're so springy that they won't give you a chance. Aye. A bit like that. Just want a bit of a tighten down here, hold it in the top. Line them back up again and on now. Held there now, and tighten them all when I'm back in there. That one back. Now, go on to the next one here. I'm going to stick in the blades here now, re-sharpen them there. See there, just brightened up that serrated side and It's the back side then, just give it a rub. Flap disc on a small grinder, taking your time not to burn the edge. If you burn the edge, you lose the temper in the blade, so just take it easy, keep it cool. See some of the grinders to be in water, spraying on and miss the water on the proper grinders, but I haven't got one of them anyway, so now we're not doing enough to justify getting one. But you just pop them in. Just be careful not to rub your hand on them, because they will open you up. So settle these there in a slot. So stick them in along. That was codding me there. Just a bit of silage down. Stayed in that slot there. In there. You can see the height difference there between the second bank is after falling back a bit. She's on hook there for a couple of days, so just the knives is after settling back down a bit. If you pressurise them up, they'll pop up. They'll come up to be all the one height. Start sticking them in now along. Another way in that one. Now, you just go in and around. Well, it's not really round. There's a flat side on the round bar where to go in here. Slots in, and then you lock it. It can't come back out. But when you turn your finger that way, so shape more or less like your finger. Simple setup enough to hold them. And then to lock in the knives, then just turn up the handle. It goes in on that little pin there. Locks itself in place, so just a quarter turn gets off the knives and locks them back, so they're in the lock position there now. And that's the drop floor. You know, when you take in a lump, the floor will come down as it is there now. Start her up again and it'll take in the lump. And then when you're working, that ram, this ram here, pulls up and brings the knives up into the rotor. So that's how it, that end of it there. Baling away there now anyway, so getting on good. The sun is getting out there now for a bad start. Now they were given a great few days there, but that's fine and warm anyway, so there's good growth and everything there, and there's lots of mowers now going this weekend. Sure, this is the June June bank holiday weekend there, so everyone will be on the go. Sure, everything needed to be cut there, so look, it's a bit of a chance there now to get the stuff done, so out that one. The baler, sure, it works automatically, like it's working all on its own. Stop when it's full and it'll put it out, throw out the bale. And anyone that's familiar with a fusion, but maybe there's someone that's not familiar with the fusion balers, like it's a combination baler, as you see there, the wrapper on the back, the baler. We're chopping this silage. Nearly everyone's chopping the silage now anyway, but we have the full set of knives is 23 knives in this one is the full setup, which will give you about, theoretically, about 40mm chop length, 45mm. It won't all be that, but a good set of sharp knives. I've just sharpened them there now today again, so we should be getting close to that. Getting a bit of a cold coming up there. Knife pressure too high, but just onto the boys there above in Kelly's. They were saying there's probably a check valve or something not holding the pressure, that she's just trying to pressurise it too much or too often, not holding the pressure. So we'll look into that there now, and we'll give a look at it now when we've this finished. But like, it's handy to be getting the stuff out of the garages, because if someone to ring, there's a lot to be said for it, like when you can ring lads there now and they'll answer the phone to you, and you don't want to be dogging them either, ringing them over stupid stuff for stuff that they have no control over. Like, there's only so much they can do. Like, see that man up there in Boris, like, there'd be some days he'd have 2 phones to his ears. If one is not enough, I don't know how he's able to hack it at all between mobile and the landline. Crazy there now, and I'd say it's apt to be that way there now today. But look, he'd no problem. He answered me there. I texted him first, and as usual, he knows the story. I know the story as well, so he usually gets back to you there in not too long. So there's a lot to be said for that now. Maybe giving out about things being dear and what have you, but a cheap yoke to sitting in the shed and no one wants to talk to you is not much good either. So you have to have the backup. So yeah, all this machinery is gone now, especially with electronics. Like, I'm not great on electronics. I'd just be able to say whether there's power going to it or not, but after that there's not really much you can do with it. Like, the electronics now, as a lad was saying to me one time, was the new rust. If your electronics start giving trouble, there's not really much the ordinary lad can do with it anyway. Like, it's all laptop job now, and everything has gone very, very electronic or digital. But it's the way forward, sure. But sure, can't say I'm working here, not touching anything. Baler's banging away there on his own, so it does have its plus points, alright. And like, this one wouldn't be that. There's more complicated ones out there now. Newer ones, I presume, is a lot more electronics on them, man. Sure, look at what can you do? Is you have to stay with the times, I suppose. But there now, we've only got 2, 4 rows there now, so like, we won't be too long. It won't be too long putting this out of it now. And I'll mow the other one now. I didn't mow it when I was mowing this one. Sure, started to spill rain. We finished this, so I said fake it. But probably should have mowed it now. But like, I'll mow it this evening now. We'll pick it up Monday. There's no point in baling, especially when we're only doing our own, to be baling a heap of stuff and be drawing in bales all night when you have a bit of weather anyway. But yeah, I'll back on there when I have the mowers hooked up there now and show a bit of that. Okay. Now, just as we're starting to wrap this bale, you'll see now in a second there's one film gone. We're finishing off the next film. You'll see there, it doesn't take as much of a step when it's wrapping with one. Say if you had a half roll or something, it'll just step the bale around gradually, so it'll be getting the same wrap. Getting out here now and going back, going to change the rolls. You just open up the doors. Obviously, anyway, you'd have to you just slide back the pre-tensioner for the plastic, and then you open up the mechanism there for holding the roll. Simple enough. You grab a roll then and just making sure there, see what direction the plastic is coming off. Just push it in on the carrier, tighten back the mechanism there again, is spring loaded, and you just thread it down through the pre-tensioner. When you have it threaded through, then you just pull it out there. I just wrap it across the back of the bale there, as you see, letting back the tensioner now up against the roll, so it'll put pre-tension on it. You let down the door and you press button there underneath that door, and it'll give a half spin around. You just do the same thing again there. You just let off the tensioner, open the mechanism, and you can pull out the empty roll and stick in. Same again, rinse and repeat. Just in a spinning that second one around, the first roll, you can see it there just snapped. So it's just a matter of doing it again and press it again. Now we're in a bit of trouble here. See a bit of smoke coming up over there. With belts gone, but these are the old belts that was on it. They're just after breaking apart, but I knew they were a bit shook. So I had a new set ordered. But he gave me the wrong bloody belt, look. It's a mile too long. That's way too long altogether. Like that tensioner goes up there. That lad goes up there and pull down the belt there, but sure, Jesus, it's way too long. For a different model of bloody more. Oh, it's hard to win. I sent the boss down to Enniscorthy there to order to get one there, and look at, I sent out the wrong one. Anyway, I'll be back more, so we'll get to prod along with that. Wasn't for something the sky would fall. Anyway, we get her this up here and we get going. This is what we're cutting here now. It's greener now than I thought, looking in from the road now. It was brown enough looking, but it's heavy enough there now, but it's a nice bit of green down in it. There is, I suppose he's a ryegrass type lad, he's gone fairly well to seed there, alright, but there's a good bit of grass down in it, so it is raw looking enough now looking across it, but oh look, we'll knock it now anyway. Just down here checking on these heifers. Got an eye on him there, keeping an eye. See his ranting coming bulling, but I've only seen one really bulling, and there was another one then. He was following her around, but she wasn't really standing for him, but maybe he bulled her after too, but they seem to have held. Out of 9 of them, that's 7 definitely held anyway. Happy enough with that, like, that seemed to work fairly well there, the synchronising anyway, brought them all and they held. So, but the two that I seen bulling then would have been in their 3 weeks after that, so it's I did bring him around anyway and brought him in time with one another anyway, like the two were The two were the 3 weeks after anyway, like, so the bull got rid of his collar too. He has a smallish head enough, but look, there's not much going on anyway, so there's no major call for it, but he's coming on fairly well there now. He's a nice bit of a bull there now. He's coming on fairly well. But that's them there anyway. They're quiet enough to come around you there, handy enough, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Alright. I was just going to finish the video there. It's rolling on a bit there. Pretty long one now this time, so look it. If you like what you're seeing, give us a like and a subscribe, and see you in the next one. Good luck.